Hey guys, so it's Ensign here, back with another video. So today we're gonna take a quick look at a Moto G6. So I just recently reviewed the Xiaomi Note 5. I can leave the video up there. And after using that phone for a couple of days, and that was using the Snapdragon 636, and that's a little bit more powerful than the Moto G6. But I just want to open up the box and show you a little bit of comparison, not directly but from my personal experience. So the first thing you notice to open the box is it's pretty basic. I did open this already. It just comes with charger, ejector system tool, then a USB type C. So this does have USB type C, so that's one thing that it's better than most budget phone which does not include it. I mean, there's still a few that includes it, but this is a rare few that includes it. Please note this is the G6 model, and this is not the G Play. The G Play does not come with the USB type C. It just comes with the standard micro 2.0 USB. So keep that in mind during this review. So the first thing you notice is the glass back and the glass front. If anyone's been using any flagship phone from S7 Edge, which I did use as well as my other daily driver, this honestly feels similar to the S7 Edge, like the 2 years ago, or like, yeah, around that time. This just feels like that, but it does feel solid. It feels premium, and it's slippery as hell, but it adds to that gorgeous build. You can see from the reflection, it's beautiful. You can see it does have the new 18:9 aspect ratio, so it does look modern. The fingerprint works great. It's really fast. It honestly feels really similar to the 3T or even the S7 Edge when they have the thin. When that time they have really thin fingerprint sensor. So you can take a look at there. It's pretty nice. And also this does come with two cameras. I think one is 12 megapixel, one's 5 megapixel. But here's the cautions. If anyone use Snapchat or any other social media on this phone, the camera is garbage. It sucks. It looked like VGA quality pictures. I know Snapchat is bad on every Android phone, but this is especially bad. Like, it's just terrible. If you take it with the main camera, it's not bad. I'll do some comparison this with my other phones. So it's decently fast. So look at the details here. As you can tell, it looks pretty good. Really nice quality on a good time like this, because with the good lighting here, and also due to it using the main camera, because Snapchat, I don't think it uses access the fully hardware of the camera. It just kind of use like a screenshot feature, whatever it is called. Anyways, so a couple days I've been using this. I reset this phone, so that's why you see me doesn't have apps anymore. But I did use this for a couple days as my daily driver, along with my Xiaomi. And one thing I like this the most is the fingerprint scanner here in the front makes it easier to unlock. And also this does come with facial unlock. It's not the most secure or the fastest, but this thing has it. And for anyone that haven't used a Moto phone before, they have a couple of neat features. It does come with some Moto exclusive features that you can like or you don't like. But night display, that's easy, but let me show you here. So there's a couple. Moto keys pretty much autofill. People use Google, so that's pretty useless to me. Moto action, that's the most useful, honestly. Quick screenshot, if you touch and hold the screen with 3 fingers, it does take a screenshot. That's pretty neat. One button, navigation button, so you can take the whole. Let me show you right now. Actually, if you turn it on, okay, it will make it full screen and remove the on-screen button. So tap it will go home, swipe this way will go back, and swipe this way will bring you to the recent menu. So that's how it works. So chop toys to flashlight. Probably anyone do this. The flashlight. You get a vibration so you know it activated. And also twist for quick capture. So this is pretty neat. So you just switch, and then you get a camera. So that's pretty good. So that's a really good thing when you just need to get your good camera or just need a flashlight in the dark. So that's pretty neat. You don't have to hold any buttons or anything. So let me go back up. Let me go back to here. So strength, pretty much if you use this feature, you just swipe down, it will minimize it so you can use it one hand. I don't really need this, but so someone that have small hands, maybe they will want to use it. Okay, pick up to stop ringing. Pretty much if it's ringing, you pick up, it will stop ringing. And also if you flip over, just mute everything. Moto's display, I think this is one of the best all-way display there is, because let me just, for example, the Samsung one, LG one, and even the stock Android one, you can see it, but you can tap on it. You can't really interact with it. Well, you can see it, interact a little bit with it, but this one you can fully interact. So what I mean is, you grab, if there's like a Snapchat or anything here, if you hold it, let me show you. If you hold it, it will display the information and what it is. So that's pretty neat. And sometimes if you have WhatsApp or other messenger that show you what they say, you can directly see the person what they say here. So that's pretty neat. So see the fingerprint, it's really fast. And one thing I like about this stock launcher as well is, if you see, it does come with the Assistant Now or Google Now page. So this is like a stock feature for Android phones. I didn't know that Motorola has this feature, even though it's not stock Android, because it's still running on like some kind of Moto skin. Maybe not at all, but there is a little bit of tweaking from Motorola. So it does the sound quality. You might ask, like, where is the speaker? There is no speaker at the bottom or back. Actually, the speaker is just right here in the earpiece. It's pretty loud for consider how small it is. So when you talk to anyone on the phone, that earpiece is super loud because it's act as a speaker. I'll demonstrate that later on. But pretty much the whole software is really stock. If you have used any Pixel phone, Nexus phone in the past, you know exactly what you're getting. And let's check the software right now. Right now it's 8.8.0, so pretty much not the latest, but I think you might get one more update from this phone, but I don't really think you will get more. I don't think you will get more update than this, because I don't think Motorola really have the best track record. So, and also let's go to the performance. I've been using this phone for about 48 hours alongside with my Xiaomi. It's weird because that phone feels really fast for what it is, because it's optimized and have 4 gigs of RAM. This only has 3 gigs of RAM. I know this is also running the stock Android, so it's less bloat, so it increases the speed. I'm pretty amazed. On the website, they just say 1.8 gigahertz, 8 cores, but I did a little bit researching. It is running on the Snapdragon 450. So let me tell you a little bit backstory about this. If anyone used a Nokia 6 when it first came out, it is using the Snapdragon 430. So it's back then. It's unbearable. I mean, it's unusable. Even though it's using stock Android, I could barely move around without stuttering or lag for every few seconds. Like, it's totally, I feel like, unusable at all. So with this new successor, which the 450, pretty much it's a baby 625 from previous years, and it's pretty amazing the speed difference from last year. From I've been using this, and it could keep up with me really relatively easy. You can tell I'm just quickly going to settings, multitasking. You can tell it's pretty damn quick. Like, it doesn't feel slow at all, honestly. And it surprised me because this is not even the flagship yet, and if they can, I'm not sure if this is Motorola optimization or stock Android optimization, but 450, it's pretty much the bare minimum requirement for Android phone, because anything slower than that, it will be so slow it's unusable. But anyway, so performance you have no problem with. If anyone, it's honestly, if you don't game, if you just use this day to day, this is actually comparable to the 625, or even, well, not comparable, but it's comparable to my S7 Edge, because the S7 Edge is so bloated with all these Samsung features that relatively day-to-day use, this one actually feel really similar until you open a game or something heavy. Then of course the Snapdragon 820 from the S7 Edge gonna blow this out of the water in gaming and that loading time. But for day-to-day use, watching YouTube, taking pictures and social media, this works perfectly fine. The battery is also one of the strongest point in this phone. Since this phone, I think it has 3000 milliamps, but since it's using such a low power Snapdragon, it's not that bad at all. And plus, it comes with the turbocharger. Wow, it's fast. But remember this, when you're doing anything using any fast charging, this thing heats up. Since it's a glass back, it heats up like crazy. But if you have a case, it's fine. But don't be surprised how hot it gets when it does use the turbocharge, because I think it charges from like an hour and 5 minutes for me, from 0 to 100. So that's pretty damn good. The selfie cam, it's okay, but it's pretty bad. I mean, it's not the best, but you guys have to remember this is a budget, like one of their budget phones, and selfie is probably not their main priority. But with good lighting, you probably get decent shot. I'll show some sample here, up here. Okay, so let's just show you around the camera features. So it does have pretty a couple of cute features, as you can see. This how the panorama, portrait mode, that's why the dual lens, face filter. So face filter is kind of funny, because this is pretty much what Samsung did with their S8 lineup. It adds these bunny ears and stuff. Let me go back. Show you. They're like these Snapchat filters. They're actually pretty cool. They're actually pretty good compared to other phones. So if you like that stuff, I mean, that's a thumbs up for anyone using that filter. So here we just want to take a quick look at the browsing speed. So let's go to Google Map, actually. Okay, let's switch over to Apple Map. Apple.ca, I mean. Takes a bit longer, probably because I'm a bit further away from my router. But as you can see, once it loaded up, it will run fine. And yeah, pretty much it. The sound quality is good. It does come with Atmos Dolby sound. It does work because this sounds really loud, honestly. You can see the difference when you toggle on and off. I'll show that in the feature. But I would say for US, this for $249, it's still one of the good phone, I think so, because don't get discouraged by if you see it's running on a Snapdragon 450, because remember, this you can get it from any store. You can walk to any store in the United States and get this. You can get the 199 or 249 the G6, or it will go down in price eventually because their phone usually go down pretty cheap. You do get an upgrade to, remember, USB Type C, so that's important. Oh yes, and it does not come with NFC as well. This is also no NFC, but it does come with a bit of splash proof, the IP4X, so it's good for if you spill, you drink over this and stuff, but don't think about this going to swimming or any kind of deep sea diving with this phone. But anyways, yeah, to end this video, I just want to let you know that a good phone if you're in the US, because there is other phone out there from the China mainland that like Huawei and other phones, but they're either overseas like Xiaomi. You can't just walk into any store and get it. You actually have to wait months and months. Sometimes you might not even get it. So this is a really good phone if you just need something quick but also a little bit more modern, and I think Motorola is pretty good at that. Still one of the best budget phone in the United States.